comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all.
Please, if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, please, if you can hear me. Today we're going to talk about a lot of stuffs, things happening around If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up, please. If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Thank you. If it's 8, we are going to discuss the Thank you. Thank you. Success, I can see you. Success, Agbo. Let me advertise you here. Before you go, you will see that your followers have increased. I know why you are here. Because you want your followers to increase. I know, don't worry. Your followers will increase, yeah? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. All right. Today, we're not going to really talk about what has happened, but it's something that we're going to talk about that has been happening. Because it's time that Africa rise and stand for themselves. I believe that in everything, the cause of everything must have a reason. Yes, the cause of everything must have a reason. The reason why Africans are maltreated must have a reason. And I know that there is a reason for that. That is what we're going to talk about today. I'm so pissed, I'm so mad today that, if you have a contribution, you can drop it. If you have whatever you want to talk about, it's just about, I don't know, I don't want to use the word, but let me just use it like that. It's about the white majority and the black minority. Why should this be happening? White superiority, and there are so many things that we need to address. Actually. Look, I've watched so many videos, from the US and from other countries, even here in Ukraine. Let me pin my topic for today. Wait a minute, let me pin my topic. 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 Why are... Let me pin my topic before we continue. So when you just get in, you know what we're talking about. Where Africans are bullied. Yes, that's the word. And that's the word. Africans must stand for themselves. Pagam. Okay. It's here. Wait a minute. Hey, pin now. Okay. Hey, Oh, no. So, why Africans bullied? Why? If you're welcome, your contribution is most welcome. I know you are here. Why? I'm trying to pin my topic for today. Africans. Yeah. Okay. Let me change it again. Yes. So I want us to talk about this topic for today. And I think we have just few minutes. And then I'll be gone. My hand. Afua, Ukraine miss you. Come back. We miss you. Africa. All right. So, I mean, we're going to talk about things that and how these whites see us, what they really did to Africa, and why Africans cannot reason, why Africans can just not reason for themselves. I don't know what is happening actually. There was a quote actually from Nelson Mandela. He said, when a man is denied the right to live the life he believes in, he has no choice but to become an outlaw. Look, when these guys are in a situation, or we are out here, if we are out here and we know our rights, we know what we are supposed to be given, and we don't get them, all right? If you're at a place where you know what your right is, what you are supposed to be given, and you're not enjoying that, it allows you to go. You become an outlaw. That means that you break laws just to feel comfortable. And these our guys, these black Americans actually, let's go back to the days. These black Americans, go back to history. They were forcefully taken to these areas. They were forcefully taken to these Caribbeans. They were forcefully taken to, they were forcefully taken to these areas. And they became natives over 100 years. They are generation to generation to generations. So I don't understand why these things should keep happening. the when Trump came to power, actually, he was even talking about trying to bring Africans back and trying to deport all. So I know that really he's supporting this shit. He's really supporting this useless thing that is happening. And these guys, there is one funny thing I heard about these guys. What happened? I can brief stuff. The George Floyd, situation. When the medical doctors had autopsy on this guy, they said that the injury from this guy or the death of this guy wasn't caused by this policeman. Can you imagine this? They said the guy had already a pre-existing condition. So it wasn't the guy or this policeman that killed him. I'm like, wait a minute. Really? Really? Are these guys serious right now? Are these guys serious? But I mean, if Africans are treated like this, I believe that part of it or part of the situation is from our African leaders or from Africa themselves. I don't know what Africa doesn't have. Let's be sincere. I don't know what Africa doesn't have. Mention any mineral that Africa doesn't have. Africa has everything. Africa has everything. I don't know. I can't think of any. I read an article where in UK pandas, this animal pandas, they feed on bamboos. They feed on bamboos. And because of lack of bamboo, common bamboo that is everywhere in Africa, common bamboo, because of that they had to send the panda back to China. They had to send it back to China. Some places cannot even have the least resource, the common resource. We have absolutely everything. Everything can survive with us. Like, I don't understand. There are several, this situation like this that I just posted. So this is my brother. He was shot and killed by the police December 31st, 2019 in Federal Way. He was shot while in a car, not being able to move. Not being able to move 86 times. Can you imagine this? I don't know. Like, when it happens, really, I really feel like who could be next? Who could be next? Actually, who could be next? Who could be next? Let me try to share this then so that yeah. Let me see. What are those best man like to it's really bad. Some things are just not. Some people are very obsessed, very obsessed with African culture, African style. But when things like this happen, they have no say. They can't even come up to defend us. I have friends who are friends, blacks. I have black friends who are friends with Ukrainians. Oh, not say Ukrainians, but let's say whites. And anytime something happened, they can't even be defended. People cannot even defend them. I'm not saying everyone is bad. Not all whites are bad, but I can get it. No one is born racist. I know that no one is born a racist. None. No single person is born racist. They were taught. Someone is looking up to someone, and everyone has a master. Your parents could be your mentor. Your environment is what teaches you what you want to do tomorrow. This is the report. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is the report. This is the real report here. The report here is talking about George Floyd. That it's not because of the guy's knees that killed George. They said it's not the knee. Can you imagine? According to medical reports, they said it's not. They said it's not the knee of this guy that killed this guy. They said this guy, George, already had a pre-existing condition. He was already sick. Can you imagine what the doctor said? These guys are just jokers. They are real jokers. Let me read medical examination that was put on CNN. The autopsy revealed no physical finding that supports a diagnosis of traumatic asphyxia or strangulation. Mr. Floyd had underlying health conditions including coronary artery disease and hypertensive heart disease. The combined effect of Mr. Floyd being restrained by the police, his underlying health conditions, and any potential intoxicants in his system likely contributed to his death. These guys are just trying to defend the worst. They just try to defend the worst. Like when I try to... No one is born. Yes, I agree with you, Ina. No one is born a racist. No single person is born a racist. Everyone has been trained. Everyone was trained. Let me use the word trained. They were trained to become like that. Especially those who have not been exposed. They've never traveled anywhere. Those are the guys that do the most. I can assure you that this guy that is stepping on this guy's neck right now has never gone outside US. I can assure you that he has never gone anywhere in the world. Nowhere. He has not gone anywhere yet. Look, when I see this guy, this one that is standing here, he is standing there, and I mean, even those guys, I don't want to show videos because I mean it's not something that we need to really pay attention. The video is not really a good graphic, but the picture, we can manage it. We can manage the picture. This guy standing here looking like baked kinky or baked bread. Baked bread, looking like a baked bread. Can this guy be a police? This guy's a police. He is stomach. This guy's stomach is a like, I wonder. And they can't even call a video where there was a recent video. I don't know if you guys have seen it. There was a recent video where a guy ran a stop, like they said, a stop sign. He ran a stop sign and police had to pull gun on this guy. But we can't. Look, it's so disturbing. When I saw black, we should have gun, right? But the problem again is that in this where you are, you can have a gun fine. There's no problem. But if you are caught with a gun, there is no one to defend you. That is the point. No one is going to defend you. Nothing you're going to say that is going to solve the problem. One time I was on the way. I was driving when I met a police. A police stopped me. I was stopped by different police in this country. There was one amazing guy that I met. So amazing, even though I knew that I fucked up. But the way he approached me to give me even a fine, was so, I felt like this guy deserved a higher rank than standing on the street. He was so amazing. There are some. No, don't even go there. There are some that I don't know, but I'm sometimes I get short of words. Something's happen like this. Something's happen like this, and I wonder if really they were really trained to attack some particular group of people. Some people are just really trained to attack some particular group of people. I feel like that. I just feel like that. If you want to have a contribution, you can just request a live and then you talk whatever you want to say. It's a free world. We have to say what we can say. If you want to join, you can just request and then we can just talk. Yes, a gun will stop it. A gun can stop it. We can't all be pulling guns on each other. It's not an animal kingdom. We just have to get to understand and come together as one. This is you. Divided we stand. Divided we fall. Together we stand. That is how the world should be. When this coronavirus thing came up, that was everywhere. The whole world, whether you are black, white, green, blue, whatever it is, you were indoors. You were locked down. It didn't get into their brain. Even up to now, there was no vaccine. We just have to forcefully come outside and survive. We are taking all the risk to come outside and survive because the economy is crashing and no one can save it. Not the white, not the guy who was even kneeling on that guy's neck. No one could solve this problem. In system, developed countries from Africa, we are the youth. You have changed mindset and try influence the policies in our various countries. Exactly. And I like the way I understand that. See, the way we see whites, the way we see these foreigners, these foreigners. The thing is that I think the way we see these foreigners, we see them as God. Because God is even a white man. When they brought the Bible to us, they brought religion to us, they made Jesus a white man. So there's an adage in Africa that says, if you are going to church and you see a white man, you should go back because you've met Jesus. This thing we have been blocked with, we have been taught that these guys feed us. And let me tell you, whoever feeds you have power over you. Whoever feeds you have power over you. It's just like that. This thing can never stop. It can't stop because this thing has been preached over and over again. Thousands and times has been said repeatedly, and it can't just stop. It's not something that can just stop. It even gets worse. It's so sad. But when things like this happen, I just wonder. We are all human beings. It's like if we are all human beings, or this white got got some secret about blacks that we are not human beings. I don't know. Maybe there's a secret behind everything. Maybe there's something that is we don't know. There's something we don't know. Hello, Mr. Bismarck.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Great. What's up? How is Ghana?
Ghana is good. We are fine, and
I
we are
see.
surviving.
Yeah, Ghana is making you fresh. Oh. See freshness.
We thank God.
Man. Huh. So how is
Yes.
the quarantine? Are you guys out or you still? Of course, you guys didn't even experience any quarantine. You guys did not
Just 3
experience
weeks.
anything.
Just 3 weeks.
And they are giving you free water, free electricity, and everything.
Everything.
Of course it's campaign season. So what else?
I know. They'll do that to attract
It's campaign
us.
season. Yes, of course it's campaign season. That is what Africa is good at.
Yes.
They can't, and some things like this, African leaders would not address it. African leaders would not address it. You just let it go.
Nope. You see, that's the thing. So that's what I was typing. We've been so indoctrinated to think that everything about the black man is bad. So sometimes they'll just look at us, and you look at a black person, and so, for example, if I look at your appearance right now, the way you have your hair, another person will tell you that this is not an official, this is not a gentleman's type of hair.
Exactly.
But you see a white man's flowing hair and you'll be admiring it. Like, I don't understand why that should be the problem.
Exactly.
So it's made us so conscious of ourselves. And it's made us look down on everything that comes from our own destiny, to the extent that fellow Africans, we mock ourselves for being dark, that this person is too dark, this person is too black. Like, it shouldn't be the case.
Say that again.
It shouldn't be the case.
The guy is too dark. Where is he coming from?
You see?
You there? Which part of Ghana are you staying? Where do you?
And we might say to laugh, okay, but the whites take notice of all these things. And when a white man sees a black person, he doesn't see a Ghanaian, he doesn't see a Nigerian, he sees an African. And so we might say that, okay, maybe this Nigerian is a very good Nigerian, and Nigeria is a very good country. But as far as we Africans look down on ourselves in general, a white man is going to see us as Africans. They will not say, okay, this is an African from Nigeria, so let us not touch him. This is an African from Ghana. No.
Do you think this is going to stop?
No, I really doubt it. I really doubt it. So
it's going. I believe that it's never going to stop.
It is not.
It's not, because Africans are continuing to be Africans, and so will the whites also continue to see that we are unserious. We are our own enemies, and we want to fight each other. And I mean, there is nothing that we want to prove positive to the world.
Exactly.
So always we are running to them. I don't know how many foreigners use our names. I don't know how many foreigners use our names.
Yes. So the other time I was having a discussion with someone, and I even posted it on my status. I'm like, what we call a traditional wedding in Africa is what the white man called a white wedding. But we think that when we have a traditional wedding, we should have a white wedding as well. We are always seeking validation from them. It is not the best. It is not the best.
Yes.
A white man never do a traditional wedding. He will never do it. Why do we do this?
Well, and every lady or every guy is aspiring to have a traditional a white wedding. Without that, it's like the wedding is incomplete.
It's incomplete. Exactly.
Yes. It's like it's very bad. Very bad.
It's too bad.
Is that when a white man kills a black man, it's self-defense. That one is self-defense. But if a black man should kill a white man, it's murder. Yes, it's pure murder. You have to go in there. And I don't know if you came to meet the listener I was reading, where the report. I mean, it was on CNN. The report said that it wasn't because the guy's neck was pressed. It was because the guy has a pre-existing
underlying health condition. I remember that. I saw it. Like, I just laughed.
I was like, wait a minute. Did they just read that? Wait, did they just? I don't get it. Really?
The charge they are even giving to the guy shows that the most he would get in prison is 5 to 7 years. That is the most. That is even if he's this in charge.
Do you see this one standing here? Do you see this one? Looking like a
Oh,
bluefoot. But
like
I don't know.
It looks like buffalo that has not been mixed well. The ingredients were not mixed well, and then hurriedly put in the oven.
His head is irregular.
And watermelon has better shape than his own.
He's the most wicked guy. The guy even on his neck is not a wicked one. This guy is the most wicked one. I don't know.
I couldn't even watch the video and finish. Like it was just annoying.
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it to the end, right?
I didn't finish it. It was just annoying. I was just so boiling.
You don't have heart to. You don't have heart.
Because I read later in the statement that we were putting that as the guy, they even called the paramedic, and the guy was still choking his neck. When the paramedic were taking care of him, his knee was still
really?
on his neck. Yes. That was what I said. So after the guy had been unconscious, he still choked him for 2 more minutes just to make sure the guy is dead. So like
so it was a conscious thing.
Exactly. There's been about 3 pictures that have showed the guy as part of a white supremacist group. They have that sign. They do this way, and he's been in about 3 different pictures. He's a white supremacist. He's been in it. So like it's not surprising.
Wow. It's
not surprising. Yes. Yeah. So it's not surprising. I'm not surprised at all. I'm not.
And I don't know if this was true, but I don't know. That is not so clear there. They said the mayor of Mississippi wrote something. I mean, it was so. Somebody posted it I saw it on Instagram. Mississippi Mayor Hal Marco supports the police, Minneapolis police after George Floyd's death. I didn't see anything unreasonable. If you can't talk, if you can talk, you can breathe.
I saw it on Twitter as well.
Like,
look, and then
that's his head. That's his head. You see his head. That's his head.
Someone said that with the way he's looking right now, he's just one McDonald's sandwich away from not being able to breathe or talk.
I like he's there. Damn it.
No,
I don't. Sometimes it's so hard. It's so hard to understand human. It's so hard. We're the only difficult human beings that God created. The only creature that God has problem with.
Exactly.
Genesis.
Exactly. He's
until
been
now,
trying to deal with us, and
until now, he still has problem with us.
Mm-hmm. No, but sometimes some of the things they do, it comes out of jealousy, because the white man is the black man is one of the most resilient, durable species in the world. And if they don't do that to suppress us, we would be dominating the world. So like it's just a matter of them trying to suppress us every time we try to rise up. Because if you've checked up, the black man is one of the few species among the races that can live in any part of the world without any problem. When the white man comes to stay in a village, he has malaria, he dies off. But we can go and live in Iceland, Greenland, North Pole, and still survive. So like it's something they can't understand why. They don't understand why we are able to be that way. They can't go out in the sun without applying suntan, but we go out in the snow without shivering, and we come back. And even if you remember, the Ukrainians are always wondering how we are foreigners. We come in without even a better winter coat, and we are still able to survive.
We are still surviving.
Exactly.
We still survive.
So it makes them wonder. They've tried so many. History is abound with so many ways they tried to eliminate the black race completely. They didn't succeed. So that is
it. We are the one that makes the world a better place. They should understand that those guys those Americans or the black Americans are the guys who give I mean, who make America America?
Yep.
Because when the coronavirus, this virus came, the rate at which these whites were dying like fowls, I mean, it's like they
They
should
predicted the
come.
same for Africa. Okay, they predicted the same for Africa, and then the Africa Center for Disease Control was like, okay, if you are saying that the reason we are not having a lot of cases is because we don't have money to test, we understand that. But you said that the disease, if you get it within 2 weeks, after 2 weeks you die, and the disease came into Africa around February, March. So why is it that by April there are not a lot of dead bodies in Africa? Because if you are not testing, people will die and they'll be infected. So if it means that we are getting infected and we are dying without testing, people should have been dying a lot of times more than we are dying. But it's not happening. They've always wanted Africa to be the epicenter. It started from Asia, went to Europe, then it's now in North America. And it's now even in Latin America. They always want that. I don't know why. It's jealousy. It's just jealousy. But we don't understand that ourselves.
And sometimes I just blame Africa. I just blame them that they don't know what they have. We don't know what we have. These leaders actually they have to make us understand that we get the power. I understand that, look, all these guys who travel out of the country, really, they have no reason to stay. The leaders must give us a reason to stay. Okay, tell us that, yes, we have this. You know, I already said it, that panda, it's an animal, panda. Well, two of them, two huge one. I was reading an article or a short, article like that. Two huge pandas in UK. This corona season, pandas usually eat bamboos.
Yeah.
So the season came. This corona season, they even import the bamboos from some other countries to feed these pandas. So because of that, now they couldn't ship the things again. So they wanted to send these pandas back to China. China has a lot of bamboos. And I'm like, wait, this is just something useless in Africa. Bamboo is one of the most useless stuffs in Africa. It's everywhere. In every community, you see a bamboo in Africa. So even if common bamboo, it's so scarce in some countries. What the fuck? What? Like, excuse me to use my, like, it's, look, what the fuck is this?
Like, they have at least 5 countries in Europe that have no natural resources whatsoever. But they are part of the developed countries.
Yes, they are part.
And in Africa, there's no country that doesn't have at least one natural resource. We are always suffering.
Like, I'm done. I'm done with these guys. Yes, I'm like, we are done. Like, we are just done with them.
That is it. I believe one day there will be an uprising. There will be, like, it will be an intellectual uprising where the young guys who have come up, nowadays there are a lot more young guys who have studied abroad, who have been abroad and all that, and then all of them will one day come to the realization that, Charlie, even if I'm in Canada and I'm a Canadian citizen, there's no place like my own home. So they'll come and then together they'll try to change the narrative. Because as I said before, until we have some developed country in Africa, they will not respect Africans as a whole. Until we have to have some first world countries in Africa. Otherwise, wherever you go, they will not respect you.
And they're the same people that are always destroying the developed countries for us. Because South Africa should be one of the developed countries in Africa.
They should be.
It should be, our America, like United States of South Africa. But then,
even DRC Congo has, like, the natural resources they have. They say it can feed the whole world for is that 50 or 100 years. Only DRC, but they will never keep them in charge of it. So they're always fighting over who owns this mine, who owns this resource. It's a pity. I don't know why.
It's just like that. It's just I don't know, but
we'll get there.
And I think that is going. This is. I don't want to go to one particular aspect of African lifestyle, but it is going to be a different whole topic altogether. I don't want to go there because it's one thing that is really holding Africa down. There's one thing that is really holding Africa down.
The ignorance is too much. That is the whole reason. Like, the ignorance is too much.
But these guys, look. Okay, we are ignorant. The outside world, those guys are also ignorant. They also have this ignorance lifestyle, but they are using it to attack us because this white guy who is pressing someone's neck with a knee has no sense. He's ignorant as fuck. Maybe he has not even traveled to any other country before. He has never been to any place before. He's so local, like a local queen. I don't know, but yes, I think he's a queen for himself, like a queen. Yes, like a local queen. Because, and we use our local mindset or our ignorance to praise the whites. Okay, they are this, they are that, but they're not going to praise us in any way. As ignorant as a white man is not going to praise you.
Of course
he's not going to put you on top of the map. He's not going to put you on top. It's a lie. He's not putting you there.
He won't.
He knows that he's superior. He knows. He was taught in school. He learned it from his parents. He was taught because he wasn't born like that.
So exactly. So you see, in America, they train them and make them patriotic from birth and all that. But
exactly,
when we are in the primary schools, even in private high-end schools, they beat you for speaking your Twi, they beat you for speaking your Ga, they beat you for speaking your Ewe. And at the end of the day, you begin to feel like someone who is speaking English fluently is more intelligent, is smarter than you are, because you are speaking the local language. Like
Japanese is spoken in Japan. Japanese is spoken in Japan. They are developed country. They are good. They are good. We don't understand them. They speak their language and we don't understand them. America doesn't understand them. Russia doesn't understand them. Countries that don't understand, we don't understand them.
Even when you meet a Ukrainian, you just speak Ukrainian. He doesn't care whether you understand him or her or not. Like,
he's gone.
It's gone. Whether that is your problem.
All these developed countries speak their native language. They speak their native language. And that is why it's so easy for them to eradicate, crime, because there is no secret language you have to speak to anyone. It's not like in Africa, even in my country alone, where we have 1,000 languages. If I want to cheat you, I just have to bring my colleague. Yeah, tweet the language. Yes. In Ukraine, before you can be able to teach someone, step aside. Move to your corner. That is the only time you can be able to say something to. But
it's true. And one thing I realize about a lot of these whites is that so like if you ask a Ukrainian that like Ofrihimfa, where is he or she from? The person doesn't mention the name of a tribe. They mention the name of a town where he or she was born. But if I was born in Accra, I am not Ga. I am the tribe of my parents. So that is also a lot of confusion. So you realize that I was born in Accra. I've lived Accra a lot like most of my life. But they are telling me that I'm a Kusasi or I'm a Hausa or this. I've never been to that place before, just because my parents were from that place. So,
my guy,
Charlie, there's a lot of things.
There's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to deal with. I have just 3 minutes more to go.
Sure.
Yes, man. I told you I want to. We have something to talk about. That is, I have a particular something for you, man. I'm going to bring you back next weekend. Yes, weekend. Because I have to put publicity on that topic. Because I am really preparing for that. I'm going to update you before then, so you can also update update yourself. And
all right.
it's going to be, because there are so many questions I have pertaining to this particular thing and it's one of the things that really bring Africans down too. That is why I don't know if you want to go there yet. But when we talk about it, I have tons and tons of questions to ask, and well, you might not be able to answer all. You might not be able to answer some, and for sure.
No worries.
Barrister is asking you a question, dear. You can't answer all.
I know. It's scary.
Look, I just sat down. And that is all I was researching. I was like, I was trying to. Yeah, it has been so wonderful, a very good time. Let me talk to my sweetie pie before. Ha! Yeah, just. Why? She gone? Where are you? Where did she go? Come. If you run away. Yes. What happened to you? I can hear you very well. Clear and sound.
Hello?
I can hear you. To her, she's gone. She's gone. Is she back? In my country. Efwa. So let's start giving. When they see a white man jogging outside, he's called a jogger. When he's jogging on a normal day in the morning jogging, he's termed as someone who jogs, a jogger. But if a black man is jogging on the street, he's become a suspect. He become a suspect in the environment. Oh, what is he trying to run away from? Oh, where is he going? Where is that? Hey, hello.
Hello.
Sweetie Pie, what's up?
I'm fine. Good evening.
Good evening. Were you on throughout? Were you enjoying my
Yes.
Were you enjoying my show?
So far, so good.
Okay. That's great.
Hello, I'm back.
Africa visited you in Ukraine.
You're not serious.
There is one thing that I'm always grateful for. I have good internet.
Yeah, we all have good internet.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait for it.
That's your. Now you sabi. I beg.
Hi. So what's up? What's popping? Yes.
Fine.
So
I see you're talking about why Africans are bullied.
Yes, exactly. When white kills black, it has a name. When black kills white, it has a name. When black kill black, it has a name. It has a bad name. When white kill a white, it has a good name. Why is that? Why should it be like that? A Muslim kills white is terrorism. When white kills Muslim, it becomes mental health issue.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
it's really
It's
sad.
really crazy.
It's sad, exactly, because the thing is, I don't see this thing stopping, but it's something they've told themselves. They've told themselves from generation to generation. You see a father telling his kid about how it's okay to hurt a black person. It's okay to be unnice to a black person. So they do this thing to us without hesitating. They don't think about it. They don't remember that it's the same blood that run through their veins that run through our veins. It's not Ribena or that is in our own veins, you know.
I think it's
I don't
alcohol.
know. I really
I
don't
think
know. I
it's
really don't
whiskey.
know. I really don't know how to, wrap my own head around it, because the situation is appalling, is discouraging, you know.
But do you think it's going to stop anytime soon?
Well, the
Do you
rate
think it
at
can
which
stop?
things, I don't
Because now
know.
it's happening in broad daylight, afternoon. It doesn't matter what time it is anymore.
I
It happens
sincerely do not
anytime.
know. I sincerely do not know if it's going to stop, because it's sad. It's sad. You know, growing up, my sister had the thing that she did not like them for. She didn't like white people. She didn't like them for anything.
And
and
that is bad.
yeah, and this is the reason. This is because of the way they treat us. This is because of the way they
And
treat
so,
black people.
okay, if a black man doesn't like a white man, then the whites have every reason not to like the black too, right?
So what's the reason? What's the reason why they don't like us?
The reason they have their. I said for the cause of everything there is a reason. For the cause of everything, whatever happens, there's a reason. Everything has a. They have their reason. They have their reason, of course.
We really
The
want
reason
to know
why they
their
came,
reason.
even.
We
Come
want
again.
to know their reason. We want to know their reason. As
Until
in,
you ask them.
I think Africans, we should be proud of what we have. We should be proud of ourselves. Because why am I saying this? You come to Nigeria, for instance, and it's easy for a white man to come into the country, to come into Nigeria. They don't
Yeah.
deny them visa like they deny us when we apply to their country. Do you understand?
Exactly.
So I think this should also be applied to them. They shouldn't have easy access to our country. That's number one.
Yeah.
Number two,
but the thing is that
you're looking for a job.
Fits you.
I mean, a white man looks for a job and comes to Nigeria. He's a nobody in his country. He comes to your country, and then they give him a house, they give him a car, they give him all sorts of benefits, and
a lot of thousands of dollars.
Then they leave the white black guy who has really worked, gone to school, gotten certificates, done all that he needs to do. They leave him on the background as maybe the gate man or a cleaner. And these things keep happening. We are the ones doing this to ourselves. We really we portray them as gods, and that is why they have the opportunity to do to us what they can do to us.
It's really bad. It's really bad. There was a time that is not even important here, but I think they were trained. Like no one was born to hate any black. They see the generation how it's going, and
they taught themselves. Some
of them even have no reason, because
if
it's generational, what reason were you given? Some of them have no reason. I don't understand why if I go to the mall, a small child should be running away from me. Why should he run away from me?
That's because his mother or his father told him something bad.
Probably, or they were not told that, okay, this is some part of the world. These guys are also just like us, and this is a continent. You have to educate your children on everything. I have just 1 minute, 30 something seconds for the video to end. They were not educated that, okay, there are some other people in some part of the world that you need to understand that they are also just human like us. Educate your people to know globally, or to understand that the world is not just where they are, but it extends to some other places as well.
Yeah.
Lee, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday. All right. So, I think we're going to end it here and see you guys some other wonderful time. Thank you so
Bye.
much for joining me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.